Today we are unboxing the Google Pixel 7a. So we've got the Pixel right here. I opted for the charcoal black version of the Pixel. It comes with 128 gigabytes. This is the rest of the box. It says Google right there. All the information on the back of the phone right there. Pixel 7a. And let's get straight into it. And there we go. Man, look at this thing. So we'll rest this over here just for a second. And we also get a USB-C to USB-C cable, which is super nice to see, obviously. And real interesting, a USB-C to USB-A adapter. So I guess they're following suit with Apple and not including the brick, but I mean, at least they included the adapter, so that's nice to see. And we've got our SIM tool right here and all of the fun paperwork right here. This is my first time actually looking at Pixel paperwork, and honestly, it's kind of funny that it's less paperwork than what comes with the iPhones, yet they're the ones that are preaching about the environment. Kind of funny. But of course, you guys didn't come here to look at accessories, so let's take a look at the phone now. God, that never gets old. So first things first, as somebody that's coming from an iPhone, I really thought I would hate this design and only be stuck in my ways of only really liking the iPhone, considering that's all that I've really ever known. But to be completely honest, I actually really like the way that this Pixel looks. I think that the bar here is actually kind of clean. And then the rest of the phone, at least, from what I'm seeing, looks super, super slick. You've got the speakers and charger right here along the bottom. You've got the power button and what I believe is the volume rockers right here. And then obviously SIM tool over here. Well, SIM card holder, you know what it is. Now I will say that the phone does still feel a little bit plasticky, but honestly, it's not the end of the world. You're probably gonna throw it in the case anyways. And honestly, it still looks really good to me. You've got the camera unit right here, and this bar actually comes up from the phone a little bit. And to be honest, it's actually not that uncomfortable. Actually, it's really comfortable in the hand now that I'm holding it. But anyways, let's get this thing powered on. There we go. See, this is so weird to me, seeing just a hole punch for the camera. So used to seeing those big, massive notches on iPhones. And I've got to say that just a hole punch on a phone looks so much better than the big notches that Apple includes on their phones. So we're just going to run through the setup here real quick. See, that's pretty cool. It makes you scan all the different edges of your finger, because this phone has the ability to scan your fingerprint through the glass, something that none of my iPhones could have ever done. And there we go. So we're officially in the Google Pixel for the first time. First things first, I've got to say that I actually really like the screen. It's super clear, super crisp, and everything is moving really fast. I know that at default it sets to 60 hertz and that you can set it up to 90 hertz. So actually, let's see if I can quickly do that right now. Yeah, I can immediately tell 90 hertz is so much faster. This looks really good. So as I'm just continuing to swipe around the phone, I'm noticing that everything just feels super fast. Now granted, I'm not doing anything crazy, just opening up a few apps, making sure everything looks good. And honestly, what I'm noticing is that everything is super fast. Now this phone does have the new G2 Tensor chip, which has been out for a little while. And obviously as I continue using it, I'll definitely be pushing it to its limits. Let's open up YouTube real quick. Now one thing that I'm noticing just looking at YouTube Shorts, I don't know if this is just me, placebo, or what it is, but the phone looks super clear, right? These are all probably 1080p short videos, right? But everything just looks crystal clear, especially when compared to my iPhone 11 right now. For some reason, this phone just appears super clear. And another thing that I'm really liking as somebody that's come from an iPhone is the fact that the bezels are so incredibly small. Now granted, I do have an older iPhone, but I mean, the bezels on this are definitely not something I'd complain about. It honestly looks really good. The face unlock is super fast, and so is the fingerprint ID. So as I continue this phone, the key things that I'm really going to be looking out are the battery life, right? How long does it last during the day today? And especially that power, just seeing how far I can really push it. And also the software, right? How accommodating it is for me as an Apple user coming straight new, fresh to an Android phone. But with all that said, despite it being more of a budget phone, I've got to say I really like the design of this phone. I think Google really nailed the look of this phone, giving it still that premium look despite being made of plastic and feeling lightweight in the hand. If you guys have any questions about this phone, drop them in the comments and stay tuned for all the new Pixel content coming up.